couldn't imagine what the world would be like without coffee, or at least what my life would be like without coffee. Like, thank God. I think I snoozed my alarm like 20,000 times this morning, but something that has saved my ass so much in the mornings is that they always have breakfast here. So I usually just have breakfast here. That way I can sleep for another like 30 minutes. So welcome back to this week's episode of Don't Quote Me on That. I'm really excited because this week I can finally show you guys what my routine in Miami is going to look like. My family's traveling, so I got the apartment all to myself. It's basically like I'm living back in Boston alone, which I haven't been alone in like 3 months since graduation, and it honestly feels pretty weird to be in an apartment by myself, but it's also exciting because it gives me a lot of time to plan my routine and what it's going to look like after work and everything. So that's what this week's vlog is going to be like. Tomorrow I'm gonna see Cami. You guys probably remember her from Boston. She's one of my best friends. I have not seen her all summer long, which is absolutely insane because we both live in the same city, but she had an internship, I was traveling, and now I'm working, so you know, whatever. But I'm gonna see her tomorrow, so that's really exciting. I brought Caleb with me to the office. Come, do you wanna say hi? Come. Say hi, vlog. It's bring your dog to work day because my family's not here. So no, you're not gonna get a piece of bacon. Get your ass down. I have Caleb with me for the week. And honestly, I'm gonna keep bringing him to work with me, not every single day, just because I also feel bad that I'm like on my computer and not doing things. But I did bring him like toys and everything for him to entertain himself. But the office is pet friendly, so that's really nice. So some days I'm gonna bring him, some days I'm gonna leave him at home. But this week he's fully with me. Yeah, keeping me company. Yeah, welcome to this week's episode. I'm really excited for this episode and everything that we're gonna do.
I don't know what to do. I think he's just had an exam tomorrow, and my anxiety. We broke up, and I'm pretty sure she was talking shit about me. I ought to get a don't want to do for my bed today. But they make fun of me, and I wish I could go back in time and change things. And yeah, that's what I would do. Just don't quote me on that.
Today at work has actually been insane. I've had so much work to do. So I just got some lunch, and I came to sit outside in the balcony with Caleb. I had him run around for a little bit. I ordered motek, which is one of my favorite. It's an Israeli and Mediterranean food. Oh my God, I can't talk. My brain is absolutely fried. Like, I want to go home, but I have so much work to do. Let me show you guys what I got. So I got this lamb sandwich, which is super good. And then I ordered some baklava. Oh my God, this is spilling. I ordered some baklava as dessert, and then I got a side of just some pita bread. I got home not too long ago. I took Caleb out on a walk, and now the plan for the rest of the afternoon, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna do Stairmasters for a little bit, then I'm gonna go to the sauna, I'll come back, shower, do all of that, and then I have to edit a couple of things for a little bit, dinner, and watch a movie. I honestly love life after college. Like, I don't have to do homework, I don't have to study for no test, I don't have to
do a presentation. Like, I can do whatever I want now. This is why I wanted to graduate from college. Love it. I am thriving. I want to get in bed right now, and not like in bed like I want to fall asleep. I'm tired, more like I just want to chill in my bed for a little bit. I don't even want to watch a movie. I just want to keep editing for the show, because honestly guys, like as much as I love filming, something that I love maybe more than filming is editing. Like editing for the show and editing videos for me is therapy, I swear. Like it's such an escape. Like I could spend hours and hours in front of my computer just editing things, creating little movies. It's just like playtime for me, but in a therapeutical way, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna take Caleb out on a walk, because I still have to take him out before I go to bed, and then I'm just gonna keep editing until I fall asleep. Good morning, you guys. I just got to the office. It's the next day. Let's get to work. So I have to read this PDF document, and it's like 30 something pages, and I don't think I ever read that much in college. Like if in college they assigned me like a 10-page PDF, I was not reading that. I was like looking at the summary online. But now I'm actually reading it. It's actually interesting, but it's just taking forever, bro. I don't get it. It's like a bunch of medical terms that I'm like, yeah, I went to school for business, not medicine, but I guess I gotta learn those now that I work in a medical device company. But anyways, still doing a lot of work. That's my fridge, by the way. That sounds like that. I just ordered some lunch. I got PF Chang's. I'm gonna wait for that to get here. And in the meantime, just keep doing this. Oh my God, okay. I ordered this an hour and a half ago. Not even, I think it's like 2 hours now. And then I was just like, okay, maybe it's delayed. I kept waiting and I kept waiting. And they kept changing my Uber driver, and I was like, okay, that's weird. And then I contacted my Uber driver, and I was like, hello, like, did they give me my food? Like, what's going on in the kitchen? And she was like, oh, they stole your order. I was like, excuse me? I was like, what am I supposed to do about that one? And she was like, let me talk to the manager. Let me see what I can do because, like, they stole it. And I was like, okay, well, tell them that because I'm waiting for my food. I'm starving, and on the app it still says that you're picking it, that the kitchen is preparing it. Like, it doesn't even say that the kitchen finished preparing it and that you were picking it up. So she talked to the manager, they made it again for me, but then that took like another like 40 minutes. I finally got my food, and it's cold. I took Caleb out to the park a little bit ago, like how I did yesterday, because I like to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and then just have lunch outside while he's outside and like playing and running around and doing things. But it was taking too long, so I took him out. Now I got the food, and now I go back to work. I have like 2 hours before I go back home. And I was supposed to see Cami tonight. Remember how I was supposed to see my friend tonight, but she's going on a trip last minute, so I can't see her. So I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight, but probably something similar to what I did last night. Chill. But anyways, that was my lunch story. Now I gotta get back to work. Honestly, let me take like a 5-minute break. Like while I eat. Because I've been working nonstop since 9 a.m. and it's 3. I'm gonna go heat this up in the microwave, actually. If I'm gonna have lunch, I'm gonna have a good lunch. Because I already waited too damn much for this. So I'm leaving the office now. I don't know if I already said this or I didn't say it, but I have a meeting at 7 p.m. and it's 5:45 right now. So I left the office a little bit later. I usually leave around 5, but I'm gonna get home and try to get a workout in before the meeting because I know that after the meeting I'm just not gonna want to work out. So we'll see. We'll see if I can squeeze. I want to do like yoga or like meditation. Like I want to get into that kind of wellness vibes. I'm not really into yoga or meditation. Like I'm not one of those girls, or like Pilates and that. I'm definitely not one of those girlies. But we'll try it out, you know? Like I'm gonna try and work out most of the days of the week, but other days just for like my anxiety and mental health, either yoga or meditation, I know that could be good just to like unwind, relax, chill. So we're gonna try that out today. I'll see how it goes. If I absolutely hate it, then we'll just forget about reducing anxiety. Because I'm just not a meditation kind of girly at all. But I'm gonna try it out. We'll see. But hopefully I can get it in. Because by the time I get home, like I'm leaving right now. By the time I get home, it's gonna be 6:45. Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna be able to squeeze it in. We'll see if I have the energy to do it after the meeting. If not, it'll be a rest day. But I'm home. I'm going home now. This was the outfit for today. This top, it's just a black t-shirt from Zara. My jeans are from Motel Rocks. They have really cute rips in them. And then my shoes, honestly, I have no idea where my shoes are from. But that was today's outfit. We just got home. If I learned anything from what I just did, is that I am as stiff as a stick. Like, none of my body was moving. I was trying to stretch every single part that she told me, and I was barely even getting there. So I'm definitely gonna do this once a week just to work on my flexibility. And it was also relaxing. Like, the music, the calm voice. Because I just looked up on YouTube, like, a meditative yoga. I don't know, I'll try a different person every day. But it was nice, I liked it. I'm not like in love with it. I'm not gonna become a yoga girly or a meditation kind of girly, but at least once a week, at least for the flexibility, bro. I was breaking a sweat trying to do child's pose. And that's like a basic one. Like, I'm not kidding. My legs hurt from just bending them. I don't bend my knees ever. So yeah, that was my experience. I have like 10 minutes before the meeting. So I'm gonna put something on so I'm not naked on camera. Throw on a blazer, and then we'll make dinner. I have no idea what I want for dinner. Good morning, you guys. I just got to the office and I just wanted to tell you guys sort of what the very first things that I do when I get to the office. So obviously, coffee, lots of it. I usually go get like 2 or 3 and I'll fill up my Stanley. I drink like 2 of those a day. And then I always go get breakfast. They always have breakfast here. I feel like I've already mentioned that. This morning it's avocado toast. So this avocado mash, I have to like assemble it with tomatoes. And then I'll eat that while I go on my computer and check emails to see any updates and any new things that I have to do. And then I'll write my to-do list. I'll write it out, sort of like every little assignment that I have to do. That way throughout the day, I'll just go checking them off and make sure that I get everything completed. Like this was yesterday's to-do list, which I finished. So yeah, that's sort of like what the start to my mornings looks like. And then I get to work.
Now, what are you tired about? You literally slept all day at the office, buddy. Okay, but anyways, I'm on my way home now. I'm on the ferry. So here's my plan for the afternoon, which I am really excited about. I'm gonna get home now. I'm gonna put my bikini on, and then we're gonna go to the spa. We're gonna go to the hot tub. We're gonna go to the sauna. We're gonna go to the steam room, and we're literally just gonna roast like chickens for about an hour and a half or 2 hours, or as long as my body can take all of that heat. And then we'll go back home, take a shower, probably order. I shouldn't order food because I ordered food for lunch, but I really don't want to cook. Okay, we'll figure out what I'm gonna eat later because I just want to order sushi. I really want sushi, but I could have sushi tomorrow. I don't know. Anyways, we'll figure that part out later. And then we're gonna get in bed, face mask, watch a movie, or I'll probably do the face mask at the spa. But the point is, we're gonna watch a movie, and then I'm gonna go to bed at like 9 p.m. That's my plan. And that's the best part of the plan. The fact that I'm gonna go to bed at 9 p.m. and then I can sleep tomorrow until 2 p.m. and then go get my nails done. That's the plan. And then I also have some work to do tomorrow, but it's not like work for the office, it's work for the podcast. So that shouldn't be that bad, but it's raining. I feel really bad because I kind of wanted to take him out on a walk. I feel bad that he was at the office all day, but it's just pouring, so I'm not gonna get wet. I know there's umbrellas, but you still get wet with umbrellas. Like, umbrellas don't do crap. Your feet still get wet. So yeah, that's the plan. Rotting spa afternoon. Oh, happy Friday, by the way, because some of us don't go out on Fridays. That seems like so much work, though. Like, seriously, though, like, now that I'm thinking about it, like, even if my friends called me right now and we're like, let's go to the club, like, it's gonna be so much fun. I do not have the energy to stay up late and to club and to do, no. Even if they're like, come over to my apartment and hang out, absolutely not. Friday, rotting day. Maybe Saturday, but after I sleep for like 12 hours, not right now. I was watching my movie on my computer and then I was like, wait, I can literally put it on my TV. Dumbass. But I ended up ordering steak and not sushi. And now I'm having a really good time. I'm watching Barbie, which is always a really good time. And these mashed potatoes slap. No, it's Barbie. Hey. Oh my god, I love this scene. It's by Barbie the Island Princess, by the way. One of my favorite ones.
You guys, it's literally midnight. I took the fattest nap today. Like, I slept from, I think it was like 5 p.m. to like 8 p.m. So I'm not really tired. So I wanted to talk to you guys for this week's episode, since it's for Baby Steps, Big Dreams, which is where we talk about just growing up, adulting, anything that has to do with like your school, your career. I wanted to talk about growing up on this week's episode, and something that I've learned through the years now that I'm in my 20s, looking back at my teens. Like the title says, there is room for mistakes. I don't know if this happened to anyone else growing up, or if you're a teenager, if this is currently happening to you. But I feel like a lot of the times, especially as girls, we don't want to make a lot of mistakes. And we want to make as few mistakes as possible. We want to be really good and almost perfect at everything in all areas of our life, just have everything always put together. And I'm not saying like don't strive to be the best person that you can be. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that there is room for mistake. Like, you can make mistakes. And bro, especially in your teenage years. Like, I feel like when you're in your 20s, maybe even in your 30s, 40s, like there's less room for mistake, because those mistakes come with a higher price that you need to pay. But in your teens, you have so much room for mistakes, because those mistakes at the end of the day, they're the things that are going to teach you things. The mistakes are the ones that are going to make you a better person and set you up to be the amazing person that you are in your 20s and in your 30s. But in my teens, I always tried to not make mistakes. You know, I feel like a lot of the times we think that mistakes are a sign of weakness, and that they're a sign that we don't know what we're doing, or that we're not as like perfect as we pretend or even want to be. Like, we want to be the best person that we can be, and that's a good thing. And we should strive to be that best person that we can be. We should strive to not make as many mistakes, but you have room for mistakes, especially in your teens. I feel like that's the best time to make mistakes as a teenager, and even as like a young adult. That's the perfect time to be making mistakes, to be learning from those mistakes. And at the end of the day, any mistake that you make is going to teach you not to make it again. So if you don't make mistakes when you're young, you have a higher chance of making those mistakes later on in life. But if you make mistakes when you're a teenager, if you make mistakes when you're in your 20s, that's a lesson learned. That's now something that you know not to do, and that you can learn from, and then not do it again when there's a higher price for it. And not just in school and like your career, because if you like mess up one test, or if you mess up a couple of tests, okay, that's going to teach you. That's going to teach you the things that help you study. That's going to teach you who you are and your learning methods. But literally for any area of your life, in your friendships, in your relationships, like your romantic relationships, and who you are as a person and the things that you want. A lot of the times, for example, like I made the mistake of just people pleasing and wanting everybody to like me and wanting to satisfy the idea of what others wanted. And by making that mistake, now in my 20s, I know not to do that. And I'm like, okay, you don't like a certain thing about me? Like, all right, good for you. Like, that's it. So literally in any area of your life, you have so much room for mistake as a teenager. And trust me, those are the things that are going to shape you and mold you into the person that you are. If I hadn't messed up as a teenager, I wouldn't have learned all those things, and I wouldn't have learned boundaries or things that I wanted to do differently in my personal life, in my relationships. But when I was a kid, I didn't want to make those mistakes. Like, whenever I made a mistake, whether a literal mistake, like you're filling out a form and you make a mistake filling out the form, or a mistake in my life, like
the way that I was thinking about things, the way that I was going about things, the way that I acted in certain situations. I tried avoiding mistakes so much. Obviously, nobody's perfect, so I did end up making those. But trying to avoid making mistakes, one, I feel like prevents you from learning those lessons that you have to learn. And then two, you're just like always walking on like eggshells and you can't really be you because there's, I don't know, something that you would want to do or something that you don't want to do. But then you think, oh, is that going to be a mistake? Is that not going to be a mistake? So you can hold yourself back by trying to avoid making mistakes. So take advantage of these years to learn from those things, to grow. Take advantage of the fact that you're young, and when you make a mistake as a 14-year-old girl, when you make a mistake as an 18-year-old girl, it doesn't come at such a high price. And obviously, I'm not talking about illegal things. Like, those could be costly, even if you're in your teens. There's something called juvie, okay? So don't make like those kind of mistakes. But the kind of mistakes that I'm talking about of just like finding out who you want to be, finding out the things that you like in a friendship, in a relationship, the things that you want for your life, how you want to portray yourself to other people, people pleasing tendencies, your relationship with your body, those kind of things. There's room for mistake. There's so much room for mistake. And the older I've gotten, the more I love making mistakes, and not in like a, I want to make a lot of mistakes kind of way. No, but more in like a, whenever I do make a mistake, I think it's such a great thing because it's going to teach me something. I'm going to become a better version of me for the future. And like I said, like now I know not to do that. But I've always just been so hard on myself when it comes to making mistakes and when it comes to like messing up. And I know that a lot of people do that. Like it's just a natural thing. Every girl or guy struggles with that of just like hating when we make mistakes. We absolutely hate it. We make a mistake and we beat ourselves up for it. So yes, they suck, but the older that I've gotten, the more I appreciate the things that come out from making those mistakes. And when I look back at my teenage years, I'm like, that was the perfect time to make mistakes. That's literally the best time. And even as a kid, obviously, but your teenage years, especially when you're growing and finding out who you are and who you want to be, that is the perfect time to make mistakes. So take advantage of it. Don't go crazy with them, but there's room for mistakes. Like, trust me, nobody's perfect. We don't have to strive and aim to be this perfect version. I feel like nowadays everything's like become the best version of yourself. Try to be so perfect. Like nobody's perfect, okay? And I think that the people that do become that like best version of themselves is because they messed up once upon a time. And now they know exactly what not to do, what works for them, what doesn't work for them. And that way they can build themselves as individuals, not as what other people is expecting from you, not as like a standard way of being and like a standard, this is how everybody should be to be the best version. There's no best version. The best version is the best version that fits you as an individual and your characteristics, your personality, your style, your sense of humor, your things. That is your best version. There's not a standard for it. So as you get older, you're going to find out who you are. But if you're in your teens, trust me and please don't beat yourself up for making mistakes. Don't try to avoid mistakes. They're a natural thing that's going to happen and you're going to learn so much from them. And in the long term, they are such a beneficial thing. And that's something that I came to realize this year, especially with my breakup that happened like 8 months ago. That's something that I really beat myself up for it. And I thought like the whole breakup and everything was a mistake and that I made a lot of mistakes and I was beating myself up for all of the mistakes that I made because nobody's perfect, okay? We make mistakes. So I was really beating myself up for those mistakes. But now, many months later, I realized had I not made those mistakes, I wouldn't have been the better version that I am now. So now I'm like, thank God that I make those mistakes. Like, I'm really glad that I did. And thank God that I had room to make those mistakes. So ladies, there is room for your mistakes. Love them, enjoy them, And if you're a teenager, maybe that sounds absolutely crazy and you're like, I don't want to make no mistake. Like, I just want to be the best, most perfect version that I can be. Trust me, the older you get, the more you learn to appreciate mistakes. So that's why I'm telling you, during your teens, you have so much room to make mistakes. It's okay. You're going to learn from them. They're going to serve you so much in the long term, and have fun with it. But obviously learn. Like, that's the whole point from making mistakes, that you learn something in the end, but don't try to avoid them. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I want to go to bed because it's midnight and I've just, midnight, late night thoughts. Rambling of a 20-year-old girl who's bored at home. But, yeah. But yeah, that's my little take on mistakes. They're great. I love them. I hope that made sense. Like, I feel like I kind of just rambled there for a little bit. It's too late, okay? I'm like running on my last 2 brain cells, but I hope it made sense. And if it didn't, I'm sorry. And I will see you guys next week with a more organized episode. Or at least when it's not midnight and I have my brain working. But I'm not tired. I'm just a Lulu right now because I had a crazy day. But I'm going to probably watch something. But anyways, I'll see you guys next week.